Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Dutchman and I'm a typical Dutchman, and I react to all kinds of videos about life and living in the US or life and living in Europe or the Netherlands specifically. And if you like this kind of videos and reaction videos, then please consider to subscribe and like the video. And today we're going to take a look at a video that's also interesting to me because an American reacts to a 1955 Amsterdam incredible old footage. I'm curious because it was even before I was born, so I'm curious what the footage is, A, and B, how she, in this case, Francesca Vinay, reacts to it. Amsterdam. I'm curious. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Amsterdam as I saw it in 1955. Well, this looks very exciting. I want to know what has changed and what hasn't changed.
Me too.
So let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe. Oh my god. First of all, the Heineken beer, of course, the best beer ever.
The music. Oh, it's old. I hope that YouTube, she posted it, so it's not banned by YouTube.
Oh my god. That one looks so similar to, I think, to the Amsterdam of right now. Okay, this is crazy because this...
It's colored. It's being, because it was original black or white, I guess. I don't think we had color video in that time. No, I don't think so. But it's not like the Amsterdam of today. But... I must be honest, I haven't been in Amsterdam for a very, very, very long time. So I do not know how Amsterdam looks nowadays, except for the videos that I see from Americans visiting Amsterdam.
This could have been taken yesterday.
No, my dear. No. The cars. Take a look at the cars. But the buildings haven't changed. Of course, they are broken down, a new one. But originally, yeah, a lot of people on the bike still there. And this, oh yeah.
This one does a little bit less so. The cars give it away.
Yeah.
Of course, the bicycles. There's so many people bicycling around and cycling around.
That hasn't changed even more nowadays. But I was looking at the tram, the street trains.
I just want to point out there's very few cars here. So, you know, things have not really changed.
Where the heck is this? I don't.
Is this some sort of botanical garden? Oh, they're playing mini golf. Oh. Is mini golf big in Amsterdam or in Amsterdam in general?
No, it's not. It's, mini golf is just entertainment or recreation, which you can find in most cities and other parks, etc., just to earn a bit of money. It's not that big specifically in Amsterdam.
Well, in the Netherlands in general?
Yeah, in the Netherlands general, yeah.
Okay, this man, what's happening here? Confused. Super confused. For 1 second, I don't think this is what's happening, but I think those are the sort of the not the pickpocketers, but the people that try to scam you in touristy towns in which, you know, they're playing a game or something and they're trying to give you something, and I don't know, they're scamming tourists, but I don't think that's what it was.
No, it was not. I was thinking about, was it a salesman doing his sales pitch? That would happen because they're now showing a street market. So it could be. Oh, it's only a 3-minute video. Okay, and she has a tiny video could take 17 minutes. Okay, I'm curious what happens next.
The market. Oh my god. I love it.
I want to see the prices. Oh, that would be scary.
Feels like it's the same. People, I think, are a little bit less.
Ah, de prices. Rijp, zoet en lekker perzik. 10 cent per stuk. Ah. 10 cent. Oh. For a peach. Perzik. A peach. 10 cent. Oh, wow. What do you pay nowadays? In euros, because this was guilders. So this pre-euro. 10 cents each. I guess nowadays you pay roughly, I guess, 30 to 35 euro cents each.
It's chatty, right? I don't know. Are those the prices?
Don't pitch.
I don't know what the price is. They probably have changed. What's this person? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back because I have no idea what this man was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Some sort of wheel?
Yeah. It's called, a turning, een draaiorgel. A turning orgel. It's a music instrument, but yeah, let's see if she finds out.
On a wheel, which okay, no clue what that man was doing.
Yeah, it's a collection of musical instruments on a car like this, on a car, and by turning the wheel, you you will bring in a CD, a piece of paper with holes in it at certain points, and by turning the wheel, this piece of paper will go through all these sensors and they leading in it, and at that point some musical instrument is being activated. It's yeah, but I'm looking for the right English term. I don't know what it is. I gotta look it up. We have to, because I have to get the right translation. Switching. Draaiorgel. A barrel organ. Okay, a barrel organ. Yeah, okay. A barrel, a turning organ, a barrel organ. Okay, that's the right term.
They're selling furniture. What's happening there? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go back.
It looks like fish, something, herring, or simple.
What's
I don't know.
There?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing there because I don't see it close enough.
Well, okay, they're not selling furniture. I think it's just a butcher, probably, of some sort. Is this a church? Probably it's a church, right? Again, something like this, I think, could have been taken, anywhere between the 1955 and 2022. Again, it's the same.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the bolts are even the same.
Yeah. Yes. Those cano boats are still the same.
Oh my god! It never had occurred to me that the boats in which you do the tours are the same. Oh my god! Well, probably they're not the same sort of boat. They've changed, but it's the same model. It's the same. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
And there's the bunch of boats to the side. Oh my god.
It hasn't changed. Between 1955 and 2025. It's 26, but
Oh my, this looks like a pretty big. Well, it's not even a boat. I think it's a ship. Wow, they're so big. Why are they so big? What was happening? They're building something?
yeah, the earlier bigger boat that you saw, she didn't went back. That is a ferry boat. So
There's just a lot of
this
ships
is the
here.
harbor.
No clue what's happening at that time period, historically, for them to be that many ships there. I swear to God, this is the same boat. They're the same boats. You can't convince me otherwise. It's the same one.
You're right.
I know, probably again, it's a new model, but it's the same design. Wow. Okay, this is crazy. I think it's this video, obviously, this it says is 1955, and I could tell because of the clothes, basically, because otherwise I think, again, maybe better lighting, or maybe, yeah, you could just put a weird filter and this could easily pass as, oh yeah, I took this yesterday, and people will believe you. Yeah, sure, yeah, you took this yesterday.
Yeah. Could you give it away as something that happened yesterday? Except for the cars, I think yes. Because this is the inner city, the old Amsterdam, as it's for the most of the tourists, it's still visible. It's not the entire Amsterdam. The more you go away, you won't see it, because Amsterdam has been bombed all over during the Second World War. So a lot of things are destroyed. Oh, this is 1955. Oh, what am I babbling about? This 55 is after the World War II. So, yeah, could be.
You were in Amsterdam. I think my wildest, I don't know why I'm so shocked. It's the boat situation. I mean, maybe it's the idea of it, maybe to me, but the idea of doing this sort of, this boat ride, and it's a touristy thing, and probably, again, people, you can be Dutch, and you can be from Amsterdam and still they take the boat, because the day is pretty, and you again want to do something different, and yeah, you want to go outside, and you can take the boat.
Yeah, but the boats are still the same model, because I believe this is the model that fits in all the small channels in Amsterdam, and the bridges are going beneath the low bridges. That's why they are that model. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be, but I think that's the model, because some bridges are still over there that it needs to fit in and to go under. So,
but I don't know why I thought that this was sort of a recent sort of thing. Maybe it's because I see it as, I don't know, a modern kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just imagining. I don't know the modern person, modern as in probably beyond, let's say 80s, probably, yeah. Let's say 1980s. That's probably the cutoff of, yeah. If people are going on vacation and they're looking for things to do, and they want to have fun, and they're seeing, oh yeah, there's a boat tour, and then you go. But I didn't really know. I don't know why it's so strange to me, the concept of people in 1955 going on a boat tour and being, oh my God, yes, we're going to Amsterdam and we're doing the boat tour. It's sort of, oh my God, in the 1950s? No, previous to this, I would have told you absolutely not. I don't think that was, they didn't really have boats back in those days. You could rent and be, yeah, sure, I'm taking a ride. Probably not. Again, I think probably I have a bad impression. Well, not a bad impression. I just think that I have a different, I think, impression of what it actually was in reality. About people in the 1950s. I think they were more, I don't know, sort of straight-laced and more, which probably they were, right? But I don't know. They still had the capacity, obviously, to enjoy, a little boat ride in the river, in the canal. Not the river. I know it's a canal. So maybe, again, it's just me, and I don't know why. It just looks like a very modern concept. And also, oh, well, yeah, there's the boat ride. But then the boats are the same. They haven't changed in size. Yeah, well, it's okay. Dumb of me. Of course, they can change in size because obviously the bridges have not changed, right? I think they've done repairs and stuff, but it's not as if they're, oh yeah, we're gonna redesign this to make it bigger.
I think the same. I think also that it's about that they cannot change because they have to make the right turns. They have to cross, they go under, not to cross bridges, but to go under the right bridges. And so if the boats are longer or bigger or higher, it won't fit anymore. That's why I think.
That's just a probably that's just yeah, that's probably a very non-European thing. Yeah. Oh, we have to destroy this and make it bigger. No, absolutely not. Why would you make it bigger? It's fine the way it is. And of course the boats have to be, they have to be a little bit short. They can't be super big. Because obviously, again, the idea they have to be able to pass through the bridges, and also, again, what's the idea of having this huge boat? As in, oh my God, why do I want to be? I'm not going to look around and see things a little bit different. But it's funny that yes, they have the glass panels, the glass windows, and it's sort of open. And again, in this, they're the same as they have in right now. Probably the only difference is that I think right now they have others that don't have a roof and they're completely, they're completely uncovered. Maybe around this time period also they existed. Only that this person did.
I don't know in how much they changed for nowadays. I think they're still the same with an open roof when necessary, because I've seen when Ajax, the famous football club of Amsterdam, wins a championship or something, they make a boat ride, a boat tour, and then I see the same boat with no roof and people cheering, and I think there are different kinds. So
they didn't actually get to capture them. That it didn't mean they didn't exist. That, oh my God, I'm so shocked by, oh my God, it's the same boat. Probably again not the same boat, because I think, well, I don't know, boats have probably.
She's already 3 minutes talking about the boats. They are the same.
A long longevity. They probably have a long life, right? I think, and it's just it just goes through the because they have to change the engine, right? And just imagining maybe one of the boats that you get to see right now in Amsterdam. They're probably the original boats that, oh yeah, we had a company and someone, because I'm going to assume someone came up with the idea of, I'm going to get a boat and I'm going to start offering tours. And maybe that original company still exists, and maybe there's two original boats, or maybe that's another thing, that maybe there's a museum for, those were the original boats that people used, back in, again, this probably wasn't recent, so maybe in the, I don't know, 1940s in which they started, who knows. And the models these days are sort of their new model, technically not the model. I don't really know how to explain this because I don't know how this works. Maybe again, it's the same model. But it's the opposite. New model, same design. It's the same thing, right? It probably goes, no, because you don't want it to go faster. You don't want to have a better engine, because why would I want a better engine? The idea is for the tour to last me a long time, because I want to check around. I want to see. It's not as if you're going. It's not a cab. You don't want to go.
Oh wow!
Hey, go faster. So
I was wondering. If it's a 3-minute video of Amsterdam, what she's going to talk about in the other 10 minutes. But she's already 5 minutes talking about the boat.
Oh. It's a better engine. So again, the thing with the boats, I'm super shocked by this. The other thing that was maybe, because again, you have the bicycles and this, everyone's cycling around. A lot of people, I'm surprised by the amount of people. I thought that, because I know that, Amsterdam, it's, well, in the Netherlands in general, I think it's a smaller country, but I thought, oh yeah.
What smaller country? We are a small country.
And probably in the 1950s, it was even smaller, because obviously, countries and cities have grown throughout the years. That's just a normal thing. But oh my God, there was a lot of people here. Everyone was super crowded. It's, oh my God, how come there's so many people around in the street? Maybe again, by the time the 1950s came, it was a lot of, everything was industrialized, and people probably worked in factories and in stores, and it wasn't that rural. And maybe I think, again, I don't really know how it works and how it worked.
In 1955, the Netherlands was growing. I'm not sure about if we already pulled it in the markup meer with A. I'm not sure because that kind of that's not. I know we did it. We created our own land by poldering some of the bigger lakes inside the Netherlands, but I'm not sure about all the time stamps, about the dates, and which year did we do what. So in 1955, I'm not sure, but cycling is cycling. No matter what, in 55, 65, 75, 85, 2025, it doesn't matter. We do cycling a lot.
in the Netherlands and specifically in Amsterdam. But I would assume that once, I think, maybe again, maybe around the after post war, maybe, yeah, let's say 1945, people probably started migrating a lot to the city, and they were abandoning sort of the old ways of farming, of life, because everyone probably owned a farm. That's what you did with your life. But again, after a certain
She's assuming that a lot of people went away from the smaller cities, the smaller villages, farming, and went to the bigger cities, industrialization, finding a job, living in the big city. Yeah, nowadays it's called. Oh, damn! I'm forgetting the name. Oh, that's because it's central. It's the larger city. It's in one big city: Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and Utrecht, with all the smaller villages in between. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter for the cycling. No. The border city, Randstad. Yeah.
time period, again, I don't know how it worked for Amsterdam and in the Netherlands, but most countries during some time during the last century, they around, and again, maybe around the turn, not the turn of the century, but around maybe, let's say, the mid century, they evolved and everything was very industrialized, and factories started to appear, and the people needed workers and officers and all of that. So people started migrating and started sort of abandoning the farms. Probably not completely, obviously, but I think that there was probably a lot of internal migration between the country itself. And probably a lot of people were moving to Amsterdam because, yeah, you have better opportunities, and there's a lot, there's different types of work you can do, and there's other ways of living, basically, that were available to you. So maybe that's why it was so crowded, because people, well, oh yeah, sure, I want to go to the big city, I want to go to Amsterdam because I'm going to have, better opportunities or whatever. And maybe that's why it was so incredibly crowded.
Yeah.
And the other is that maybe that's just me, but I think it was something peculiar that I, even when I was with what I was seeing of the guy, that I didn't really understand what he was doing. He was sort of, I don't know, he had a pamphlet, maybe he didn't, but I thought he was sort of giving things to people. But again, I'm a little unclear. It was a little bit blurry.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know. It could be a salesman trying to putting out a sales pitch. It could be. I'm not sure either.
So I couldn't really see. But however it is, whatever the case, I think one of the things that actually I found, throughout the whole footage, because I think you can actually exemplify this in several of the clips, is people were a little bit more social in a way. I think maybe that's just my impression, but I think right now, even if you were to record a similar video right now in the same, in Amsterdam, in the same places, people, I think, interact less with each other. Obviously, if you are hanging with a group, or you're out with someone, of course you're going to interact with them, because obviously they're your friend, they're your family member, they're whatever. But again, it's sort of, because I'm with them, right? So I'm gonna communicate, I'm gonna interact with them. But I think back then, I think I could just see people sort of socializing between each other. Maybe it was.
Yeah, because there wasn't WhatsApp and cell phones and email and only way to communicate with somebody else is actually calling him or visiting him.
Because
And more.
maybe because again, even the city probably was growing, but even then probably it was a feeling of, well, everyone sort of knows each other, because even though it's growing, it's still quite insular, and there's still a feeling of, oh yeah, everyone sort of gets to know each other. So maybe if you go to the market, you're going to buy some tomatoes, or you're going to grab a beer, and then you see your neighbor or someone that you know, of course you're going to stop by, and then, oh yeah, you're in the middle of the street and you're going to have a conversation. But I don't know why it wasn't giving me exactly that impression. It was more as people were just socializing.
Yeah, I don't know either, because I'm not in the big city, and big city means a lot of people who does not know each other. And when you see somebody who is familiar to you, I don't know. Only the people who actually live in the big cities like Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and Utrecht, and those are the people who can answer that question. I don't know. I don't know if people nowadays socialized more or less in the big cities than that they did in the 1955, in the 1950s, 60s. I don't know. I only know that in general, people socialize less vocal, but more by SMS, no, not SMS, by WhatsApp, by Telegram, by email, voice calling, not voice calling, face calling, etc. Yeah, video calls.
With strangers. It may obviously with reason. I don't know what they were saying, but I just think that people were a little bit more social for some reason. Again, maybe that's just the impression that I got from the video, but just comparing this to, I think, something more modern, I think maybe if something, it's probably has been lost. Again, that's my theory. I think they probably used to socialize a little bit more back in those days, and right now people are just very sort of, probably everyone's a little bit quieter because no one speaks with strangers. You just have a quiet conversation with someone if you are with someone.
Yeah, okay. I think nowadays, even walking in the bigger cities, and I'm not sure how it is in Amsterdam, but I live in the south, and one of the bigger cities over here is Maastricht, a university city. When I walk through Maastricht, I hear 7 different languages. So it's not only Dutch that you see. So having a conversation with somebody else usually ends up in, what language do you speak? Dutch, German, English, French, some Polish, or East European, or Spanish, Italian. You don't know who you're going to speak with. So it's not that uncommon that you don't say something to a stranger because you don't know which language he or she will spoken.
Or again, people obviously, because you're alone, even if you're alone, then people are just gonna walk by and they're not gonna talk to strangers, and they're not going to socialize. And because everyone's on their phones right now, so either they have, you have earphones, or you're on your phone basically, and you're doing something. And of course, people don't want to interrupt. Although I think maybe it's, well, but what would you tell? What would you interact with a stranger? Maybe that's the Dutch culture right now. Why would I waste my time just going on small talk, or just speaking with a stranger? Who knows? But I think maybe back in the 1950s, I think probably things were a little bit different, and people were just a little bit more open, probably, to socializing, and to just
Could be. I have no clue.
just talking a little bit more, which I think, and again, maybe that's not just a Dutch thing in general, and in particular, I think maybe maybe in this day and age, people are a little bit less prone, I think, to socialize outside of their own little bubble. And probably that's just, again, maybe that's just society. And, I don't know, I'm not blaming anyone. But maybe it wasn't just a thing about, in Amsterdam in the 1950s and Amsterdam, in this day and age. Probably it's something like, maybe you could do this in a lot of other cities and it would be the same. It would give you the same impression that people were just more active, and I don't know, people were just more actively socializing back in that time period than right now. And of course, my favorite part about this whole video was the the Heineken beer. It was this huge ad, which I think it's really funny. Obviously, right now, well, not specifically in Amsterdam because I do not know. I don't know. Do they have the sort of the digital screens with the ads? I
Um, I don't know either. Like I said, I've not been in Amsterdam for a very, very long time. So I'm not sure. I've been in Utrecht recently, and there I saw at Hoogkaterijnen some of the biggest mall collection of shops. There I saw on the outside some bigger screens for advertisement. I don't know how it is in Amsterdam. I really don't know.
do not know if Amsterdam is that kind of town, but let's assume for the sake of this. Oh, I could see an ad in that same spot. But right now, instead of being sort of the letters, with wire and whatever it was, the material that they did back in those days, now it would
Neon. Oh,
be this huge screen with the whole, with the ad, and it would be a whole ad and whatever. But it's funny that, oh my God, it's still there. So how old? Well, I would assume, of course, it's a beer, and as all beer brands are, I think, well, again, not always. But I think a lot of beer brands are sort of, and companies are super old, so maybe it shouldn't surprise me. But it's sort of, oh my God, I love it. It's the sentiment, the beer remains the same basically, but the ads are, oh my God, you're starting to see ads. Actually, that's one of the things that I would be very interested to learn. It would be, what time specifically, sort of what time in history that ads started to appear in Amsterdam, because there was probably a time period in which they didn't really put sort of those huge ads in buildings. That was probably
I don't know. Even nowadays, when they started to make those big ads, screens instead of neon lighting, neon lighted letters, and I don't know.
a novelty. Probably not by 1950s. Maybe by that point, it had been around for a few years. But I would dare to say maybe, I don't know, maybe around the 1910s. I don't know. Maybe there was a time period in which older generations probably were, oh my God, what's happening? What is this? They're trying to sell me something? Yes, welcome to capitalism. Welcome to welcome to the future. Everyone will be trying to sell you something. But yeah, we'll be very, very interested to learn. Oh, how that worked back in those days. But yeah, I love the video. Incredible. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah. Wow. Let's take a look at the comments. Because I see 39 comments. Huh? Oh, she posted it 4 hours ago. So it's a rather new one. Let's see how my fellow countrymen reacts, if they are. Because it's colorized. It's colorized. Looks the same, but the tram cars and the way people are dressed, you can see it. Yeah, of course. When Amsterdam was still Dutch. Yeah, that's what I saw. There's a said already. A lot of people, when I don't know how many different languages you will hear when you're walking in Amsterdam, but I did hear 7 different languages in Maastricht. So, yeah, that's a street or barrel organ. Spin organ in Dutch, spin organ, yeah. And although they are lesser in numbers, you can still see them, yeah. Beautiful, and and the movie too. Oh, and the man who turned the wheel, that's a musical instrument. It's called a swivel organ. So, Google it once. He calls it a swivel organ. Okay, a barrel organ is what I saw. It was only 10 years after the war. It was halfway should be. Halfway the reconstruction, only the subsequent boom of the 60s, enough people could afford a car to disrupt the cycling. Yeah. Geef mij maar Amsterdam. Yeah. Francesca, you're absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Heineken, best beer ever? That's a joke. It's down the list of Dutch beers. Only Bavaria, Lindeboom are more worst. Okay. Number 1 is Hertog Jan. 2, Alpha. 3, Gulpener. 4, Groos brand. Brandbeer. And then there are hundreds of foreign beers that are better. Yeah, okay, Alpha. Out of the south, something like 5 kilometers off mine. There's the Alpha Brewery. Gopena, also from the south. It's about 10 miles from my home to go. So, yeah. But 39 comments, but it was only a recent video. I didn't see it. Yeah, it was nice to see someone reacting to it. She talked a lot about the boats. I love it. Well, thank you for watching this reaction too with me. And if you like to see more of my videos, then this is a good place to start with. And otherwise, it would be really appreciated if you hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.